Oh, man, I forgot, and I put a chair here. This was supposed to be a one-man show today, but obviously it's not going to be. Hesse was just as impressive winning both the mile and the 3,000 meters at the NCAA indoor meet as part of the Ducks national title outdoors. She recorded another impressive double at the Pac-10 meet, winning the 15 and the 5. So track and field not done yet. They had their awards banquet. We'll talk more about that. We're going to talk about softball, who got bumped out of the NCAA in the regionals, super regionals against Florida, 2 games to none. And, of course, more on baseball. George Horton coming up. Here to talk swimming now.
Welcome back, Jerry.
Josh Jamieson. Welcome back. I've been here all along. You're the one that just came back. Where you been? I thought you had a 2-month vacation.
I tell you what, that's what people seem to think.
Did you go to the Bahamas or something?
people ask me all the time, where do you spend all your time off? Yeah. What do you like to do? I said, well, there's an office that's located about 15 steps that way.
They have no windows and you have no door. They put you in there and seal it up,
Absolutely.
And that's why people don't know you're working.
It's kind of like veal. They figure they'll keep me fresh that way. I don't know.
All of next season
away from that.
Is being put together over the next few months.
Absolutely. I mean, quite literally in some sense, because we're still working on our schedule, which is a big component of the season, obviously. And then we've got our recruiting going on, which this year more than ever, and I can't speak too much about it, but this year more than ever has seemed to stretch. I guess I say more than ever last year. We made some late signees as well, but, we've been able to secure some commitments and have some nice things on the horizon, have a team to be excited about. Now we have to be a little bit nervous as some people start to perhaps overspeak.
Expectations
get really, really high, and, we don't follow a ton of the media, but the way it's so prevalent nowadays with people tweeting things and people doing all these other things, it's hard to look past it. So you really have to get our guys to not pay too much attention to the fact that there's some people calling us already a sleeper pick and things like that. And we certainly feel like we have, as much work to do as anybody in the country to try to get to a position where we feel like we're competitive to win games.
Feel good about what's happening, though. I mean, you got to feel good.
Yeah. I mean, certainly, mostly because you really get a strong feeling that the players that are here now are fully committed to the organization and really want to work. And as you go through this long enough, you see guys start to get different senses of urgency at different points in their career. Yeah. And we do have a few guys now that have been in the program for a little while. And certainly you're starting to feel that sense of, we got a taste last year. The issue is, do we want to be happy with our finish last year and let that carry over and allow you to get complacent at all for the future? Or do you want to say, okay, last year was nothing but a springboard to bigger things? And that's certainly where it appears that the attitude is amongst the players and staff and everybody in the organization is, let's build upon what we had a year ago.
Well, it's hard not to look at the headlines, and I read them and I see them, the blogs and everything, and all the news we're seeing on recruiting is all just positive. So you couple that with what I see as a coach who came in and took a perceived team that was short on a lot of talent, not a lot of experience, still a young team, developing team. And took them to that CBI championship and a strong finish and did some significant things during the year when they weren't expected to. So expectations are there, I think, probably as much for the coach and the staff as they are for the talent. I think people are impressed with Dana Altman.
Well, I think so, and rightfully so, I believe. He's just done a very good job. The whole staff, has really kind of risen to the occasion. In many cases, you could see somebody looking at it and saying, okay, well, we've got some years. There's some time built in because of the situation that you're put into. But this staff has never looked at it like that. It's always been a hit the ground running. It's amazing to think now it's only essentially been 13 months since Coach first arrived here. It was the end of last April, start of last May, and it's been a whirlwind since. We were commenting, we'll talk a little bit, Duffin for the Ducks in Medford is coming up, and Coach said he's a little bit hesitant to go down there. I probably shouldn't even say this, but last year at Duffin for the Ducks. Coach had just sat down for an interview. We had already had, Jameel Wilson make the choice not to stay. We'd had a few other things, and that was the day that Mike Dunnigan called down and said, we had already driven all the way down. So it's funny because, not funny, but it's, it just one of those memories that you can't kind of shake. That
coaches aren't superstitious, are they?
Might make the Duffing for the Ducks forever a trip in which Dana Altman is kind of looking over both shoulders as we drive down.
Just don't take any phone calls down there.
Absolutely, that should be the case.
Do not take any phone calls down there.
He had just gotten off the TV, given kind of a somewhat upbeat interview in which he even mentioned Mike as one of the key returning guys, and then we got the phone call. And so.
Well, it was a spectacular year, not a Pac-10 championship year, but it's surprising because I'd be shocked if in their hearts, in their minds, they don't believe that they can compete for a Pac-10 championship this year. No, I don't think they're going to go out and say that. I don't expect them to say, yeah, we're going to be one of the top teams competing for that championship. But watching him coach last year the way he did, the way the guys who are back this year believe and bought in, and with the talent coming in, I think they can compete in the Pac-10.
Well, I really think
now.
that it's important that you do believe that. I don't think I don't think that there was that belief a year ago, and it wasn't anyone's fault. It was just in light of kind of having some factors that beached down a little bit. I mean, we certainly wanted to. We certainly had that, but after even the first 2 weekends, there was really no possibility of doing so. I do think that you're going to have a team that comes out a bit more on a mission, does not want to be viewed anymore as, a serious underdog, does not want to be looked at every time they play as somebody that, this is we're circling the weekend that we've got Oregon on our schedule because that gives us a break. And I think that by the end of the season, nobody felt like that.
No.
And especially with the way we finished up in the Pac-10 tournament, we're able to put at least two really good games together. And then, quite honestly, that third day, just the gas tank started to run out. But I think everyone respected us by the end of the season, which was important. Now the next step is to take us to a point where, we can go confidently into each game, believing that there's no doubt that we can go in here and take care of business.
I think they're going to go into the season believing that. I really do. I think they finished the season like that. I think they'll go into it next year. Summer tour coming up this year?
Foreign tour coming up this August. What'll happen is we'll let the players have some time now. As soon as they finish finals, they're welcome to leave. They're not needed back here until, well, I know this will sound quick, it always does, but till June 19th, that's Sunday before summer school starts. They'll go to 8 weeks of summer school. And then as soon as we conclude the 8 weeks, the rules say we have to be done with class before we can start practice for a foreign tour. That's in the summertime. So as soon as classes are done, we'll begin practice for a 10-day period for the foreign tour. And then August 22nd, we'll leave on the foreign tour and be gone for about 10 days again. Come back just in time to meet you in Dallas for Oregon LSU
What do you mean, meet
football.
me in Dallas? Aren't the summer games going to be on the radio?
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
For us to get back from Italy and meet in Dallas.
Thank you. Okay. We're be there for a minute.
Wow.
Oh, I better go get it. What's that little thing you need to have that authorizes who you are? A passport.
You can't get one, probably. You specifically.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You put the word out?
Probably.
Thanks for the help.
There's
I appreciate
some
that.
sorts of watch lists that are designed to protect other countries.
Well, we'll talk more about the summer tour, and of course, all too soon, fall and back to school and everything be here. But a big part of what Oregon basketball does every year, and my grandsons are already looking forward to this, is the summer camps for basketball. And you can do those this year. And this year, you're going to be in Matthew Knight Arena?
We'll be in Matthew Knight Arena. This year's camp is going to be kind of fun and exciting for some different reasons. One, we want to officially call it Dana Altman's first summer camp, because last year was, to tie him too tight. Camp went great last year, but he was scrambled eggs, admittedly so. and for all the right reasons, between player defections and between trying to get used to a new group and not knowing one guy from the next in many ways, or one person from the next. He was all over the place. This year, much more settled in. He's looking forward to it. One of the major changes that have been made, and I know you've got viewers from all over the world, is there is an overnight element, a residential element to camp this year that hasn't existed before. So not since, any time that I've been here, and I know there was one at some point, but there is now an overnight element where you can send your child to camp 3 nights in the dorms, and all the meals are taken care of too. So it's really kind of a fun college experience for them.
Real summer camp.
We're having a good turnout on that. And actually camp is up in numbers, not surprisingly, just because people do, I think, seem to understand there's a little bit more of a focus on fundamentals. So we have kind of made the statement a few times, and I don't mind saying this. It certainly is a little bit more basketball work. I know that there's sometimes camps that are viewed more as, kind of a quasi daycare. We're not trying to appeal to that market. We're trying to appeal to the market that's into basketball. It's still going to be a lot of fun. There's still going to be a lot of games, still going to be a lot of contests, still going to be, opportunities to learn from the players, speak with the players. Listen, but there is also now a little bit more of, a teaching element in those things.
A seriousness to it.
Yeah. I mean, just because in order to attract people to an overnight camp, you don't want somebody that's just, it's not an arts and crafts. It's not that kind of thing. It's really a basketball-oriented camp, certainly.
So you're going to come out of this camp with some skills.
Yeah,
you're going to be a better player when you come out.
That what I've always said in my years of running camps is you want to come out, especially from a camp that kicks the summer off, and we are June 19th to 22nd. So that's right after school. A lot of kids get out sometime around, the 10th, which is the Friday in June. So on the 19th, camp kicks in. That's a Sunday. It starts Sunday night. You stay the night Sunday. If you're a residential, it's not a must. There's also a full commuter option, and we're about 50-50 enrollment-wise on who's picking which option. You can stay even if you're in town. So anyway, that kicks off your summer being June 19th. Then you've got stuff to work on for the whole summer if you're a serious player that you've learned from camp and some things that you've seen.
In Matthew Knight Arena, too.
In Matthew Knight Arena, and that's a huge plus. That new facility is absolutely gorgeous. You're going to get to spend all your time there. It's in absolutely very close walking distance to the dorms, very close walking distance to to food, all that stuff. I still, because I've ran the camp now for 4 years, I guess, I'm still trying to think about logistics, and every time I start to imagine it, we're walking from Mac Court, and I have to remind myself that that's not where we are. I keep thinking,
it's a shorter walk now.
How are we going to do it? It's a great little trip right there.
It's almost like a college experience.
It is. It really is. And it's going to be very well supervised. I know that that's a concern of parents, but we take that extremely seriously. There's not going to be opportunities for players to be, freewheeling through the city of Eugene. If that's what you're looking for, this is the wrong camp.
Yeah.
We're going to keep very close eye on all the players. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really, really pumped. Looking forward.
Easy to get to. Go to GoDucks.com, look for the camps or clinics, and just go down and find men's basketball. It's easy.
Yep, it is.
If you're not sure, you can call the University of Oregon at 346-4481. You have to put 541 in there. Do you people know that?
You have to do 541.
Okay, 541-3464. It just stands for men's basketball. I'll take care of that. Did you see the photos of Joe Giansante getting the pie in the face?
No, you told me all about the pie in the face, and then I didn't see any pictures of it.
Okay, we're gonna put some of those up. Open that door up a little bit so we get a good look at the monitor there, and we're gonna throw Josh Jamieson with us this morning, men's basketball. We're gonna throw some pictures up here of what occurred on Sunday following the game.
Oh goodness.
And I used a shaving cream pie in a towel. It wasn't really a pie tin. It was a towel with shaving cream.
Okay.
Because whipped cream stains your clothes. It's got that greasy stuff in it.
That's like the tradition, right, in baseball?
Yeah,
the pie in the face.
Pie in the face. Shaving cream pie in the face.
I'm a little disappointed, as I'm sure Joe was, that it wasn't actual pie.
Actually, somebody asked him that, and he said no. He's glad it wasn't because of the stain. Yeah, it really does mess your clothes up. But I got him, and that was a payback for the push in the pool during the BCS championship game. He pushed me in the pool down there. That was a video that went viral on the YouTube, and a lot of people got upset with Joe because they thought it was mean-spirited. And even though we told him I knew it was coming, that was a setup.
Okay.
I knew that he was going to push me in the pool. I didn't realize he was going to take me out like a linebacker, but I knew that was coming.
Did he go in with you?
Oh, yeah, he came in with me. So I said, Joe, I got to get you back. At some time you're going to get a pie in the face before you're gone. And he said, okay. And then he forgot about it.
Nice.
And then
as you do.
Sunday after the game, big winnies, wow, they beat the Beavers 3 games in a row. They're wrapping up the post-game show, and
wow. That's a heck of a deal. And you know what? Those are fun. You just have to be careful. The push in the pool is a dangerous one because you've got to predetermine that nowadays with electronics.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
it can be an expensive pool push.
Tell you how bad it was. I was supposed to throw the microphone out when I got hit. He hit me so hard I took it right in the pool.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is that mic gone?
It's no, we still have it.
But it's not working.
Yeah, it's not working real well. It's not like you're in a submarine when you talk on it.
Oh, hey, that might not be bad.
No, it's a useful tool. But no, it was all in fun. All in fun. We had a great time. So
important people know that because they don't want them to believe there's some
he had people really upset with him for pushing me in. It was amazing. So it was all
people already feel kind of sorry for you. So it's not surprising me that they might be an outpouring.
Well, it's break time. It's break time here.
Yeah. Before we go, we've got an action shot of it actually happening. So.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw that up there.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that we had the action shot.
Sure that Joe doesn't
Molly Reel was courteous enough to upload it to her Facebook. So.
Oh, sweet.
Let's go ahead and throw that up there.
So you're going to get a chance to see it. For those of you who are listening this morning, you won't. But if you're watching. This is the I snuck in behind him. He didn't know I was there. Joe said he noticed that there were some other people in the room, but he just thought it was because it was the last game and they were going to, say goodbye or give me something, and then boom. And as I leaned forward, the window's right there.
Okay.
And I kind of lost my balance, and so I kind of used his head to balance myself.
Oh,
so
nice.
I pushed it a little harder than I probably should have. But I was afraid I was going to fall out of the window.
Fall out the window?
Yes.
Well, as we get older, our balance goes first.
You don't know how much I appreciate having
I tell you what kind of lighting is this, though? We both look pretty good right now.
Yeah, well, speak for yourself.
Really?
It's hard to...
I need these at home.
You can have those at home.
Wow.
Still coming, David?
Got it.
All right, here we go. All right, I want to see this. I haven't seen the video replay of this.
Oh, it's just a photo. We don't have video. But
okay. That was...
oh, wow.
I was just pulling the towel away.
The game was over, I assume?
Game was over.
Because there's only 3 people there, and I know there were more.
The post-game show was underway. The game was over. This was during the post-game.
So did Joe just proceed to shave then? I'd always think that'd be more convenient now that you've got all that on.
I was standing just outside the door as he walked out, and it's just all over. I'm like, Joe, I think you missed a spot.
Yeah,
thanks.
I got him a little better than I just wanted to get him a little, so I hope I got to watch behind me.
Yeah.
No. So I'm going to start a tradition here.
Oh, okay.
I'm starting a tradition here. I think that at the end of each season, one of the coaches on each of the staffs is going to get a pie.
Okay. I really can't wait to see Coach Altman's face.
I said one of the coaches.
Happens.
It might be a head coach. It could be an assistant. Could be the director of basketball operations.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at the end of each game, the radio guy should get a pie in the base, so we'll see.
I don't think so.
So.
Can you imagine 10,000 fans, 12,000 fans seeing me sneak up behind you guys at the bench with 5 seconds left in the game and wondering who's going to get the
Gatorade.
Pie? Yeah, forget the Gatorade. It's pie. It's the
nice.
pie. Do Gatorade in football, but you can't dump Gatorade in a basketball floor. But you can do pies.
Oh, yeah, nothing like some lemon meringue at half court when somebody brings the ball up next time.
Coach is doing the post-game interview with ABC or with ESPN.
Classic.
So
you really are ready to retire.
That's where all Pac-12 money is going to go, our pie budget.
There you go.
Budget,
you're ready to retire.
Or Well, I'm thinking through this.
Yeah, it's not going well either.
No, so
It's
I'm
not.
just all of a sudden we're going to. Let me back up here. That may not be such a good idea because I haven't checked on insurance yet and all of that either.
No.
It would be funny though.
No, as you're entering your golden years.
No, I don't start with the golden years stuff. All right, I got to get a break. Are you going to hang or are you going to go?
What time is it?
It is 8:43.
Well, I'll make it through one more.
He's going to be here for one more segment. I'm Jerry Allen, and this is Josh Jamieson.
It is.